In my hands are two of 2021's best mid-rangers. On my right is the OPPO Reno6 Z and on my left is the Samsung Galaxy A52. They're both very similar phones on paper, and the Galaxy A52 may offer a bit more in the general sense, but I reckon for 200 ringgit less than the Galaxy A52, the Reno6 Z offers a very specific set of features that actually makes it a better option if you're the sort who creates content and want to stand out among your peers in real life, or on social media. Let me explain what I mean. Let's start with the cameras because it's the main selling point for both phones, especially the Reno6 Z. Both have 64 megapixel camera setups, and although the Galaxy A52 has more lenses, the Reno6 Z comes with more photography and videography features. So this phone is great if you want to create different types of content for your social media. The Reno6 Z uses a 64 megapixel main lens, but you can actually shoot at 108 megapixels. With extra HD mode on, this is something that the Galaxy A52 cannot do. From the images, we see more details on the Reno, and the image still remains nice and bright. With more detail, you can upload onto social media without losing as much of the quality. If you're a fan of portrait photography, you may already know of OPPO's bokeh flare portrait effect that brightens up the subject, which is obvious in these pictures. And the features add spots of light in the background that looks quite unique, which is rarely found on mobile devices. Also great is that this effect carries over to the selfie camera too. The Galaxy A52, on the other hand, does a more tried and tested style of bokeh that looks decent, but if you want something different, the bokeh flare portrait offers that. Also, another feature that we want to mention on the Reno6 Z is the flash snapshot, which is basically super fast focus speeds that is useful for point and shoot scenarios of moving objects, like taking sceneries from a moving car or your pet while playing fetch. Moving on to videography, both phones can shoot at 4K 30fps and the quality is great as well, but the Reno6 Z offers more features such as dual view mode that basically lets you use your front and back camera simultaneously while you're shooting videos, which is a feature that's useful for vloggers. Then there's also focus tracking that keeps the subject locked on and in focus even while it's moving. Simply double tap on the subject and it will keep it in focus. Lastly, another great videography feature on the Reno6 Z is Portrait Beautification that makes your subject look prettier or make your eyes brighter. The software recognizes up to 193 facial features for it to work, which is pretty cool. The Reno6 Z looks more interesting with its flamboyant Reno glow and gradient color design that shimmers and is slightly textured. On the other hand, the Galaxy A52's design is more subdued with its more muted colors. So with the Reno6 Z, it's great if you want something different, something that, like I said, stands out more. Aside from the aesthetic aspect of the design, the Reno6 Z's build is actually more practical too, since it's lighter at 173 grams compared to the 189 of the Galaxy A52. It's also slimmer at only 7.92mm versus 8.4mm. But that's not to say the latter will bog you down, but in my experience, in general, lighter phones are easier to carry around, slip into your car phone holders and put into your pockets. When it comes to display, the Reno6 Z packs a 6.4-inch AMOLED panel with 60Hz refresh rate. Meanwhile, the Galaxy A52 comes with a slightly bigger 6.5-inch Super AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate. This support for higher refresh rates means that the Galaxy A52 will feel smoother when you're using it for scrolling pages and social media. But I think the Reno6 Z wins in the image quality department with brighter colors and better sharpness. It also offers more screen real estate compared to the Galaxy A52 with its thinner bezels. So for media consumption and viewing your own social media content, I would pick the Reno6 Z. When it comes to performance, the Reno6 Z has a MediaTek Dimensity 800U chipset, which on paper is on par with the Snapdragon 750G on the Galaxy A52. With this, it scores better in 3D Mark Wildlife compared to the Galaxy A52, and gaming performance improves slightly as well. I wouldn't say that both phones are especially great for gaming, but if you do a lot of that, you'll be glad to know that both phones also come with their own optimization apps. The Reno6 Z comes with the Hyper Boost 4.1, while the Galaxy A52 has Game Booster. Both work the same way and offer features like blocking notifications, boosting performance, and more. The Reno6 Z, however, benefits from a 10-layer multi-cooling system that does better at dissipating heat after long hours of gaming. Speaking of performance, the Reno6 Z offers 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, while the Galaxy A52 has 8GB of RAM as well, but 256GB of storage. However, the Reno6 Z actually has RAM expansion, which gets you up to 13GB of total RAM by borrowing capacity from the storage temporarily. Again, this is another feature that's useful for content creators such as yourself, so that you can do more multitasking and do some light photo editing or video editing and get them up onto your social media even quicker. This is also an important point to note because the Reno6 Z once again is cheaper than the Galaxy A52. When it comes to battery life, the Reno6 Z has a 4310 mAh battery with support for up to 30 watts of fast charging, and the adapter actually comes in a box. Meanwhile, the Galaxy A52 has a larger 4500 mAh battery with support for up to 25 watts of fast charging. However, the adapter that comes in the box only goes up to 15 watts, so you have to fork out extra cash for a 25-watt charger. Also, despite sporting a smaller battery pack, the Reno6 Z actually supports reverse charging via a cable. And again, this is another feature that's crucial for content creators, especially if you're the ones who are constantly on the go, so you can do more with your phone and have it charged up very quickly. Finally, let's talk software. The Reno6 Z runs on ColorOS 11.1 and offers what I think is a more vibrant layout, something perhaps more suited to younger folk, plus it's really responsive too. The Galaxy A52 runs on One UI 3.1 and it offers your typical Samsung aesthetic, which is not a bad thing at all, but it's more muted in comparison, so this one really boils down to preference at this point. The Reno6 Z supports air gesture navigation, which is a nice little addition if your hands are full or you want to snap photos from further away. Yet another great tool for creators. So there you have it. Like I said earlier, the Reno6 Z is a phone that is great if you create lots of content because of its many photo and videography features and tools. With its attractive design and lightweight body, you can show off your phone in the crowd without having it bog you down either. Sure, the Samsung Galaxy A52 has a few things going for it, but you also have to remember that the Reno6 Z is cheaper, offers more memory, especially with the expandable RAM feature, along with faster charging, and the charger itself comes in the box. But at the end of the day, it really still depends on what your needs are when you're choosing a phone. If all the features that I mentioned are perfect for you on the Reno6 Z, then this is obviously the better phone for you. Some of you may actually prefer the Galaxy A52 depending on what you actually want to do with it. Let us know down in the comment section below which you're gonna pick. Until next time, this is Victor signing off. Bye-bye.